Welcome back to the Ashley Avis podcast. I'm super excited you're here. I took last week off. I'm refreshed and rejuvenated, and I've got a new topic for you today. So, a couple weeks ago, a friend of mine got hacked on Instagram. Instagram didn't do much to help her retrieve her old account, so she had to start a brand new Instagram account, which inspired me to think, what would I do if I had to start from scratch? If I had to start from 0 followers, a brand new Instagram account? Now, I jotted down some for sure things I would do right away, and then I had a longer think on it, and I wrote down a few more things. And today I'm really excited to just explain to you what I would do if I was starting from 0. Let's do it. Okay, so what I would do if I was starting from a brand new account on Instagram. And we know Instagram is my favorite social media platform. I have the most fun there. I love creating visual content, short form video, carousel posts, all those things. So I use Instagram to book out clients for my business. I run a content management business and I do web design. And soon I'll be playing with some online learning. Again, I've done that in the past and I'm going to get back to it soon. But if I had to start a brand new Instagram account from scratch, say my account got hacked, and my account is like the top of the funnel, it's where I get the most brand awareness, okay? So if I had to start from scratch, I'd probably feel this icky feeling in my gut, like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I have to start from 0. Okay, I'd get over that hurdle and then I would just go for it. I don't like to sit in the negative for too long. I'm much more comfortable taking action. So I made a list of 7 things that I would do ASAP in order for me to get my account back up and running. First thing I would do is, I would sit down and I'd think about who do I want to follow me? And I would get really clear on this, ideal follower, ideal community that I wanted to build. And I would think, what are their internal and external problems? Okay, I wouldn't think about, where do they live? What do they like to do? What are their favorite colors? No, I would think about what keeps them up at night. What do they keep thinking about over and over and over again that might be anxiety inducing? What are the problems that keep them up at night? But then what are their external problems too? What do they actually need to know how to do? What knowledge do they already have? What part of the, booking a client journey are they on? Because that's what I do for people, right? So the first thing I would do is think about, who do I want to follow me? What are their internal and external problems? And how can I help solve those problems with my business? Okay. Second thing I would do, so this is just me writing everything down, right? Second thing I would do is I would snag a username and I would optimize my bio. So I could go on and on about this. Actually, I did. If you go back to episode 46, I have an episode where it's 5 tweaks that you can make to your Instagram profile in order for you to be optimized so that you can attract the right followers and repel the wrong ones. So that's a short episode, but it'll take you through the 5 things I would do to optimize my bio. So first thing I would do is I would write down and brainstorm, who do I want to follow me? What are their internal, external problems? How can I help them solve those problems? And I would brainstorm dump. Second thing I would do is I would snag my username, optimize a profile, just have it on Instagram. Now, I would not just start following a ton of people like crazy and trying to connect with all of my past followers saying, this is my new account. I wouldn't do that just yet. The third thing I would do, I would calm the desire to create some content and post it right away. But the third thing I would do is I would sit down and I would actually plan out at minimum 9 posts that serve my ideal follower or ideal community that I want to attract by solving the problems, the internal and external ones that they have. And I would also, in those 9 posts, I would create posts that actually solve problems and also posts that tell people my story. And definitely included in those 9 posts, I would have a picture of me, like a nice, friendly headshot, a good picture of who I am so people can see who they're following. Then I would go and I would just post those 9 posts. I don't care if it would be 1 a day, 2 a day, 3 a day. I just want those posts to exist on my profile so people know that I'm going to be creating content, what my content is going to look like, and I would have at least 9 posts there for people to consume. Okay. The fourth thing I would do is I would think about my link in bio. So, when people find you on Instagram, then they're like, ooh, I like this girl. Okay, she's new, but I still really like her. how am I going to find out more about her? I'm going to click on her website, her link in her bio, and you only get one on Instagram. So this needs to be important. So you may or may not have a website. Fine by me. If you don't have a website, I want this to be your opt-in form for your email list. Okay, because think about this. You just got hacked. If you don't have an email list, you have no way to communicate with your community, right? Because social media is gone. So if you sent out an email to everybody saying, whoa, Tonto, I got hacked. This is where you guys can find me now, and then send them your new Instagram account. Way easier, so much less stress. I mean, there's going to be stress, but you don't have to worry as much because you can still connect with your biggest fans, the people on your email list. So if you don't have an email list, and let's just say we don't, okay, make the link in your bio right now your opt-in form. The easiest way to create an opt-in form, I believe, is to go to flowdesk.com. That's Flodesk. It's an email service provider where you can create an account, create an opt-in form that says join my email list, and it has a name and an email list spot, and you can create a segment called my email list. Okay, if you want to know how to do that, again, I could go on and on, but I'm not going to, because I already did in a free tutorial that I have available at ashleyabismarketing.com/flowdesk. If you go there, it's a 15-minute video where I teach you exactly how to create a new account on Flowdesk, create a segment called My Email List, which is just going to be a grouping of people that want to get emails from you, and then how to create an opt-in form and automate your first email. Maybe that's your thank you email. So if you do that, ashleyabismarketing.com/flowdesk, learn how to create an opt-in form. They're actually going to give you a link where you can plop into your Instagram account, and that is where you're going to want to send people at the very beginning. Here's my email list. Get on there. I'm going to be communicating to you via email. Please, please, please join my list. That's what I'd be doing. The fifth thing I would be doing was I would be following about 10 to 15 people a week, probably a little bit more at the beginning if I remember who were my best followers or who were the accounts I love to engage with in the first place on my old account. I'd go and I'd start following them again. Okay. For some of the people that are like, like, is this really you? I'd be like, I would maybe send a couple DMs here and there too, letting people know, yeah, I was hacked. This is my new account. Please don't follow the old one, just follow the new one, and get on my email list so that you know for a fact which account is actually mine. Then from there, after a few more weeks, I would start brainstorming some collaboration ideas. Now, I have a whole Instagram growth for 2022 podcast episode. I can't remember what number it is right now, but I'll link it in the show notes. It's ashleyabismarketing.com/podcast. If you find this episode here, episode 48, I'll go ahead and link all of the episodes that I'm referring to in the show notes. Okay. So I'll link the Instagram growth podcast episode I recorded in a few weeks ago there. And in that episode, I talked about ways that you can get your account in front of other people, like in front of more people, get more reach. And there's collaboration ideas in there. So I'd start brainstorming a few different collaboration ideas, not just giveaways, okay, but maybe some lives or some, I don't know, shared carousel content, educational content with other brands that have similar audiences, okay? So I'd get a couple of those going just because I know in the long run it's going to help, but it is not a super duper priority for me to do huge collaborations. Having quality content is more important to me, like creating the content that my ideal client wants to see and then, getting it out there organically. All right. The seventh thing I would do, because I kind of feel like I'm rambling right now because there is 7 full things. I'll do a recap in a second, but the 7th thing I would do is make sure that I have a plan to engage with Instagram, okay, with the people that choose to follow me, people I want to follow me, ideal community. I'm going to engage with them for at least 15 minutes a day. If you are unsure how to boost your engagement on Instagram or focus on your engagement on Instagram, I do have a 5-day engagement challenge that you can join for free. It's fun, it's simple, it's very genuine. And when you do it, it's going to feel very authentic, not cheesy, not dropping into people's DMs saying, hey, do you want to follow me? Or hey, thanks for following me. This is what I offer. Do you want to buy it? No. None of that. It's very genuine, just as if you were meeting someone in person at a party. It's going to feel like that. So that 5-day engagement challenge, you can get it by going to ashlyavismarketing.com/free. All of my free resources, including that 5-day engagement challenge, is there. So you can opt into that and then just start engaging 15 minutes a day with the community and then watch how that grows. Now, let's just do a recap and then I'll tell you what I'll do. The most important thing I would do for starting a new Instagram account. Okay. First thing I would do, brainstorm. Who do I want to follow me? What are their internal and external problems and how can I solve them? 2, I would snag the username that I want or close to it, and I would optimize my bio. While I'm doing that, I'm probably going to re-listen to that podcast episode 46, to make sure that I'm optimizing all 5 parts of my bio. Third, I am going to plan out at minimum 9 posts that serve my ideal community, okay, my future follower, okay, and by serving them, I mean I'm solving some of those internal and external problems that they have. Plus, I'm going to make sure that I'm weaving in my story as I go, and I definitely have at least one picture of me in those 9 posts. Those posts, guys, they can be images, quotes, carousels, and my favorite, reels. You can add in a lot of short form video content if it's easier for you to create. It's easier for me to create, just saying. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to post those 9 posts, and then I'm going to keep going with my regular content strategy that I had from before, or maybe you don't have one. I'm going to create a content strategy. And then I'm going to follow. Oh, no. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have a link in bio. So when people see those 9 posts and like, ooh, I want to know more about her, they have a place to click. If I don't have a website yet, or even if I do, I think I want to make that link in bio my opt-in form for my email list. And I have a lot of episodes about how to create opt-in forms, things like that. So if you go to ashlyavismarketing.com/flowdesk, you can see all of my resources for that right there. Plus the video tutorial about how to set up this opt-in form. Because email is key, guys. If you get hacked again, you're going to want to email your list. Okay. So then, link in bio. 5th thing I'm going to do is start following about 10 to 15 people a week. Then I'm going to think of some collaboration ideas, ways for me to get my account in front of some new eyes. And then 7, I'm going to make sure that I've got 15 minutes a day on my calendar to engage with people on Instagram. Woo! Okay. So I guess my biggest advice, if I was starting from scratch, and if you're starting from scratch with a brand new Instagram account for your business and you want to book out clients, attract the right people to you, repel the wrong ones, get in the game in terms of Instagram, the biggest advice that I have for you is that you need to be patient. Okay, because Instagram, I know that a lot of people are like, you can go viral so fast, or I started a new account and now I have like 10,000 followers. I'm like, no, it doesn't work like that. Going viral should not be on your wish list. I just think that if you take the time to create the good quality content and you're focused on getting that next follower, that next like, that next comment, that next DM, or that next click to your website, or that next email list subscriber, or that next new client, just focusing on the next one. Not the next 100, not the next 1,000, just the next one. I promise you, that's playing a long game. That's playing in a way that your business is going to be sustainable. It's going to be able to grow. It's going to be able to thrive. You're going to be able to pivot. You're going to be able to analyze what's working and what's not. And you're not going to have to stress so much about quantity. You're going to be focused on quality, which I believe is a simple and streamlined way of running online business. If you have any questions about today's episode or what I would do if I was starting a new Instagram account, any questions that have to do with anything I talked about today, I want you to send me a direct message on Instagram because it's my favorite. You can find me at Ashley Avis Co. Send me a message and then let me know. If you want to, you can go ahead and screenshot that you are listening right now. I'd appreciate the share on Instagram, but if you do that, please tag me so I can reshare too. And thank you for the share. Until next Tuesday, you got this. Thank you for listening to the Ashley Avis podcast. If you liked what you heard today, you can like, subscribe, or even better, tell a friend about my show. Think you would make a great guest? Reach out and send me a message on Instagram. You can find me at Ashley Avis Co. You can grab all of today's show notes at ashlyavismarketing.com. Plus, find more ways to simplify, strategize, and show up with confidence when marketing and selling online. Until next Tuesday, you got this.